Hi, I'm Marty Martin at the Karate Training Centers. I'm here with John Johnson and we're studying Kenpo Set Karate. The technique we're going to share today is called striking ki. For those of you that have followed some of my teachings either on the DVDs or some of the videos we have here on the internet, you'll know that I like to complement the Kenpo style with Jiu Jitsu basic locks and twists. And I have a book and a DVD on that that'll help you with specifics on the Jiu Jitsu portion of what we teach. This technique has some real subtle moves in it, and that's one of the reasons I want to share with you today. Now, it is technically for a side shoulder grab. We can work the technique from a straight facing position and move to the side, and we'll do that in a minute. We're going to clean up the end of the technique by using some roundhouse kicks and something that we refer to as a tie wheel kick to finish the technique off. All right, let's look at the technique in its basic form first. As I said, it's a side shoulder grab. We pin the hand, we step away, we execute a key strike, roll this off, hyperextension on the elbow, turn to control, roundhouse kick in order to take the individual down. Okay? That's the basic fundamentals of the technique. Now let's work on it. First of all, what happens when the person grabs our shoulder? We're going to pin their hand, step away, we want to extend the body. That's basic Kenpo principles. We're working on the depth zones. Now, the first subtle movement that's in this technique is a pinching of the wrist. So not only do I pin the hand here, but watch John Eddie's body position as I step and I apply a pinching movement here where I'm pinching the wrist in this position as I step. It turns that shoulder, changes the entire look of John Eddie's posture. Changes the depth zones. If he's trying to punch or grab me with that other hand, it makes it much more difficult. Our next movement, key strike, we're going to come right up here to the ulnar nerve, which runs right underneath the elbow, and that sometimes is what's referred to as the funny bone. But if you've ever hit your funny bone and you've had that nerve sensation, you lose feeling all the way down into your fingertips of your little finger, that's the ulnar nerve. And that's what we're striking. Notice also that we're pushing up on that. With that key strike, the body response is to lift. We shoot another key strike out. Now, this second key strike that we fire, it's not, let's look at the key strike, remember what that is. It's a fist with middle knuckle up. We're not extending in a standing punch position. It doesn't fit in that area of the body very well. We're not hitting with the karate punch. We're not rotating and snapping the wrist at the end. It doesn't fit. But if you take that fist at a 45-degree angle, it fits right behind the pectoral muscle, and you also strike bone. The nerve that runs down through there is what we're going to get, and you can see the immediate response if you hit that nerve from that opponent. It's a jerking move. Now, that's what sets up the roundhouse kick, because when we get that leg up and in position, then we're going to be able to take advantage of changing their balance and their posture. All right, now at the beginning of this I said, what if we were straight? Well, person comes up, we're straight, they're going to punch, I'm going to step back, I turn that, okay? I use my depth zone, key strike. Now, notice then when I roll this off, I can get a hyperextension on the elbow, roll this into control. From that position, I adjust just a little bit, I roundhouse kick to the back of the knee. I want to take them to the ground. From that position, I'm going to come from here, roundhouse kick to the body. Plant back down. At this point, I can release. Now, here's what we call a tie wheel kick. It's a roundhouse kick, but we drop the knee at the end, boom, and we drop that kick down and in there, and that allows us to drive that person down and into the ground. Tie wheel kicks were very, very popular back in the 70s because of the downward motion, dropping that knee down and in when you fire that roundhouse kick. You don't see that very much anymore. Okay, technique here, striking ki. Fundamentals, we want to use the subtle locks of Jiu Jitsu. So when John Eddie grabs, pin, wrench that over. Key strike to the ulnar nerve. Key strike again. Roll this off, hit, control, kick, kick. Tie wheel kick to finish, and we're out of there. Okay? All right, the name of that technique is striking ki, right out of Kenpo Set Karate.